on D, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. That's good. Durant's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Thunder.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Now, here's Felton. 17 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
Now here's Jackson. After the miss from Tyson Chandler. No good from McCarthy. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Doc Rivers. Though they lost the first meeting against this team this year, Coach isn't worried about what they can do on the offensive side of things, saying, we dropped the first one, but I still think we can put up a lot of points on this team and get a win. We just need to make sure the ball is moving. Not as easy as it sounds, though, always, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And, guys, the focus being on the offensive side of things, they obviously don't want to let their defensive guard down, so to speak, can they?
No, of course not, Kevin, but you do game plan around your strengths. And for them, that means really mapping out the offensive strategy first.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but I also agree with Kevin, too. I mean, too much focus on the offensive end could leave them vulnerable at the other end.
Here's Ellis after the made shot from McCarthy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ellis can't get it to go.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
It's Durant with the drive. Here's Adams. And it's Ellis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside, Felton. Nowitzki left side. Shot from 16. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Nowitzki's got his first 2 points. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dishes it to Durant. With a step back, and it's good. Durant's got 5 now.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Chandler with the screen on Jackson. Pass to Ellis. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Nowitzki with the steal. The finish. And finished off by Parsons.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defensively. Really attack, try to come up with more steals.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
So we got a moment now to check out the story on Reggie Jackson. A lot of great basketball from him this year. He's averaging 18 points per game, 8 assists and 5 rebounds. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate, and that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve, someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Here's Mr. Perfect after the made shot from Tyson Chandler. That's good.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Felton with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Chandler with a screen for Felton. Ellis wide open. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Oklahoma City trailing. Durant off a pick from McCarthy. The wide open look for Durant. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Dallas shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Felton kicks to Nowitzki. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. The big dunk at the end of the break. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
And so it's Dallas with it. following the score by Oklahoma City. Nowitzki outside. And there's the call on Mr. Perfect. That's his first foul. Here's Parsons, averaging 16 points a game. 6 to shoot. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Parsons got 6 points.
Looking at the Mavericks over the last 10 games, Kevin, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. 6th in steals, 7th in free throw percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball. They really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult for the offensive team.
Here's Chandler. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. It's hauled in by Adams.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. He aimed for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
Passes it to McCarthy. Back to Durant. Fires from deep. The shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And I think they can be proud of the way they performed. I mean, they executed. They really brought energy to the game. It just didn't go their way.
You know what? That was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, Steve, and they were right in it until the closing moment.
Right, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. Jackson passes to McCarthy. It's Durant on the wing. And Durant gets double teamed. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shot's good. Durant's got 11 points.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Chandler against Adams. Here's Ellis. The baseline jumper goes down. Ellis has got his second basket of the night.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Here's Mr. Perfect, guarded by Wright. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up, the highest scoring point guards this season. Well, you look at Jackson, top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Feeds it to Morrow. Morrow gets a screen from McCarthy. Here's Jackson. No good from outside.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Now, here is Nelson, averaging 9 points per contest. Back to Parsons from deep. A second chance effort. Smith, the rebound by McCarthy. Mr. Perfect's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On baseline, Jay. Morrow, no good.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Rejected by Jones. Ellis wide open. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Ellis has got 7 points.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Mr. Perfect, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Knocked away. And here we go. The finish. Oh,
Look out!
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Now, here's Ellis. Boy, he just disappeared against Atlanta. They really needed him. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Now here's Ellis. He has 7. Smith sets the pick for Ellis. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Ellis has got 9.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Okay, fellas, you all know who we're going to be running the offense through. Set screens away from the ball to free him up. We got to make sure he gets open looks. Got it? Good.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great and checking out Dallas, 2 spots down.
I think for the Mavericks, they've just sort of hung around. I mean, they're not among the elite teams, but they're not that far off the pace either.
No, I think they're satisfied, Clark, with where they are right now because they're in decent position, as they move forward. And this is all about just surviving the marathon in the NBA. It's such a long season.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. Smith with a screen on Jones. Ellis. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Parsons. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Nelson outside. In low to Ellis. It's stolen by Jones. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's McCarthy. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Ball's knocked loose. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. They double team Ellis. Jackson against Nelson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nelson's got his first points of the night.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the paint, here's Parsons. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I think he was just enjoying the moment up there.
So at the end of 1 quarter.
On tap next Monday.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one? The Thunder leading by 16. Baseline jumper, and he gets it to go, hitting off the...